Shalom and good day all, this is Tehion29 back again for another indie comic review, and in this indie comic review I'm covering The Phantom, issue number 1983 or 1983, to which it has of course the main story and also a backup story, but I'll only be covering the main story in this. And moving on to first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art and also what's happening story-wise with the characters around the beginning, middle and of course the end. So as we start to move into the beginning of the story, we get a bit of a heads up as to what this story is about and also what the Phantom's involvement is in this story. As we jump a little bit further within the story, we notice some shady characters that are at work here. Good or bad? You'll have to read it to find out. As we move a little bit further within the story, of course, with it, we end up catching up with some of the locals. And we learn that there's a bit of an army coming through. And last but not least, the return of the character of the Phantom and his role within the story. For the internal art, I give a 7.5, and I also enjoyed the action along with the story as well as the characters. Next is the area of the story itself. Considering how far we are, did we get any comic book references? The answer is no, because this is a bit of a one-off story. Even though it did have a backstory, which would link to, say, a previous issue before this. Next is the area of time, to which we had later on, the next morning and a few days later. Next is the locations, to which a lot of this took place. We had Lake Mazuku, and of course the jungle headquarters. Last but not least, we had the characters of Billy Sarion, the Phantom himself. We also had Bamal, and my terrible writing back again. I can't make out the other character's name, but for the overall story rating, I give it a 7 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.